Hi guys, welcome back. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Google Search Console and explain you how to set it up, why it is important, what are the key features as well. So if you have an e-commerce website and if you haven't connected to the Google Search Console, I would highly recommend you because it's a free tool by Google and it will help you to analyze your websites, what keywords it's ranking for, which URLs are indexing, what URLs are not indexing, what are the external links, what are the internal links, and so on. All right, so what I want you to do is just want you to search for Google Search Console, and then you want to click on this, right? You click on star. Once you get on star, you land up onto this page. So what I'm going to try and show you today is that, how to set it up. So if you have not set it up, you can click on here and then you can add a website URL. So let's say .com, right? So you can go in here. You can basically come back in here and you can paste the URL. So when you click on continue, it says, for me, it says the property has already been verified. But let's say, for example, you take any example like ASOS, right? Okay, so I'm going to take ASOS. So I'm going to try and set up the Google Search Console for ASOS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and go in here and I'm going to add a property, which is going to be ASOS, right? Okay, so then it says that, okay, fine, we are verifying your property, and you will have these options, right? So which will be HTML tag. So if you are not familiar, then you have to send this code or a meta tag to your developer, and he'll add it to the site, and then you can click on verify. But if your Google Ads, Google Analytics account is already linked to the same Gmail, then you don't need to worry about it. You can literally like click on it and it should get verified. If you have a tag manager, then you can go through that method as well, or you can verify through the domain and DNS as well. All right, so let's dive deep into why it is so important and what are the key features as well. So if you look at this, this gives you an overview of the performance, the index pages, and experience and enhancement, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go through this left side in detail, and I'll explain you the granular level steps as well. So if you click on performance, what it tells you is the total number of clicks, which is like from which keyword you got the which click, right? Total number of impressions, what is the average click-through rate, which is the CTR, click-through rate, and what is your average position as well. So what this will tell you is that how many keywords your website is ranking for. So there will be thousands of keywords, and then when you actually click on this keyword and then you click on the pages, so you would know that this your website, this is a query and your website is ranking for so for this query your website is ranking for this many pages, right? So whichever page you feel can be a good fit for that particular keyword, you can then go ahead and optimize that page for that particular keyword so that the ranking comes up top. As you can see at the top, it changes as well. So the total 29 clicks. So I know here that this is my homepage, which is quite popular, and it's ranking for this keyword, and that's the average click-through rate in here, and that's an average position of that particular keyword in Google rankings. So this gives you a URL inspection. So let's say you have created a new blog or a new product, and you think that you're just creating it. I don't think that's an ideal one, right? Google wouldn't know that you created it. So if you're creating a new blog, or even if you're adding a new product onto your e-commerce site, I would recommend to come here and put the URL. So what happens is then Google starts indexing. So give you an example. So this one. So let's say I click on this, right? So this is already like an existing URL. Okay, so the Google knows that, okay, fine, it has indexed, the page is not indexed or discovered yet. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put this into a requesting index. So what happens is it goes into the Google queue, and whenever Google gets a chance, it's going to index that one. All right. So it takes a few seconds, but it's worth a wait. But you can move on to the next things. pages. So this is quite important, is because it will tell you how many pages are indexed. You will have certain pages which are not indexed. So now it is into the indexing queue as requested. So you have certain pages which are indexed, certain pages which are not indexed. So you don't want certain backend pages or the images or certain things that you don't want Google to index those pages, right? So you can avoid that, and that you can do through the sitemaps, which I'll come back the next stage. So here is the sitemaps. Sitemap is quite important. If you don't know about the sitemap, drop me into the comment and I'll explain you more in depth, because it's a whole different subject within itself. So if you want any URLs to be removed, then you can actually submit the URL and it will get it removed. But it takes a bit longer time. This tells you whether your experience, how is your experience with the pages. So if you have any issues with your pages or anything like that, it will be highlighted here. So core vitals, if there is any issues with the mobile or desktop or anything like that, that will come here as well. Now this is quite important, HTTPS. If you're an e-commerce site, you need to have a HTTPS, which is going to be a secure payment gateway. If you have HTTP, you might see some red warnings, in certain websites when you go. So please don't buy from those websites which is not HTTPS, because it's not secure. Your card payments can be nicked from there. And it can be very detrimental. You will absolutely have bollocks at the end. So this is for the shopping websites, for the e-commerce ones. These are the metadata, like, in terms of breadcrumbs and all sort of things. For some of the websites, like, if you have any sort of a manual warnings, then, it would come up here. So it will show you. So at the moment, there's no manual warning. And you can go to the securities as well. If there's any security issues or anything like that, that would be highlighted here as well. Apart from that, you click on the links. So this will tell you, like, what are the internal links, what are the external links. So in terms of SEO, you need your website to be interlinked as well. So the link juice is always onto the homepage, and then you need to interlink in order to make sure that the link juice, which is the page authority, flows onto the other pages as well. I can explain you a bit more of detail into the other videos. But yeah, this tells you the external links and top linking sites as well. Top linking anchor text, which is the keywords, that's again there. And then this one is the internal links, which are there as well. So yeah, pretty much it. If you like the video, then please thank you for watching the video. If it was helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and share with the one which you share. Thank you for watching the video, and if you found this useful, please give me a thumbs up, let me know into the comments, subscribe and share with someone whom you think this would be important to. If you have any questions or any queries, please let me know into the comments, and also anything you want to know, please let me know into the comments and I can make a video around it as well. Thank you for watching. Cheers.